Right now, could this be the summer that we see Kylian Mbappe on the move? Big developments regarding his future. His team, his people have released a statement today insisting he has not asked the club to leave this summer and saying that they informed PSG a year ago that he would not be taking the option to extend his contract beyond next summer. As you can see, our chief reporter, Kaveh Solokol, is here for more. I mean, this could be quite a summer if Mbappe's on the market, couldn't it? Just tell us about this statement that they've put out to a French press agency today.
Yeah, the statement basically says, look, I don't want to leave PSG. All I've done is tell them what they already knew, which is that I'm not going to extend my contract by another year. I had the option to do that. I'm not going to do that. So that means I'm going to be out of contract next summer. And he also says, contradicting what we know to be the case from senior people at PSG, he says no talks have been held about him signing a new PSG contract. But our information is that lots of talks have been held, and these talks have been ongoing, and we've been constantly told that these talks have actually been positive. And there was a real hope that Kylian Mbappe would sign a brand new contract at PSG. Finally, in his statement, he says one thing he is sorry for. He says that I'm sorry the way it's come out. Came out in the media, although I don't think he assumes responsibility for that. He just says it's very damaging to me as well that this is all being played out in public. Now, as far as PSG are concerned, they are declining to comment in public, but behind the scenes, they are fuming. They just cannot understand what is going on. This is the last thing they wanted. This has become like an annual soap opera. Every year they have to put up with this. They thought everything was under control. They thought Kylian Mbappe was happy and settled, and they were going to sign new players. Messi has left. They're moving in a new direction, trying to sign young French players, and they thought that Mbappe had bought into that. And then yesterday, they got this email out of the blue, as far as they're concerned. Again, in his statement, Kylian Mbappe is saying, look, this didn't come out of the blue. I told you 2 weeks ago that I was going to be sending you this email. So a really, really messy situation. The last thing that PSG would have wanted this summer. But now, of course, the big question is, what happens next? Will PSG actually sell him? Because they've made this very, very clear to us. They have said there is no way he is leaving for nothing next summer. We're only just at the start of the transfer window this summer. We've got a lot of time. We've got contingency plans. If he's going to go, we'll sell him. We'll use the money to buy other players.
And because of Real Madrid's interest in, which we know very well about the last couple of years, that they really want him, and he apparently loved the club as a boy. There's that connection there. It's been talked about for a couple of years. It sort of feels like it's clear cut. It'll be after the Bernabeu, but is it actually that certain?
Well, look, I think if he goes to Real Madrid, he might have to take a pay cut, because looking at the numbers, I don't see how even Real Madrid would be able to afford him, especially with the strict financial fair play rules in Spanish football. We've seen the problems that Barcelona have had. For instance, they weren't able to re-sign Lionel Messi. And the numbers are quite staggering. I mean, we were led to believe that Mbappe was given something like €100 million signing on fee when he signed his new contract. He is believed to earn something like £1 million a week. Real Madrid have already signed Jude Bellingham. Can they really afford to put a package together that would give Kylian Mbappe at least what he's on at the moment and also satisfy La Liga's fair play rules? Then you've got to think who else would be able to sign him. Well, you'd have to look at Premier League clubs. I mean, obviously, a lot of Premier League clubs are even richer than Real Madrid. Manchester City in the past have been interested in him. Would they want him at this moment in time? Do they actually need him? You know, they signed Haaland, but if players were to leave Manchester City, would they be interested in him? No indication so far that they are. Manchester United, they can't afford him. Under new ownership, maybe they would be able to afford him. But if Kylian Mbappe has fallen out with Qatari owners at PSG, would new Qatari owners at Manchester United want to sign him? Liverpool, long-term admirers of him. He's talked about how much he likes Liverpool in the past. There's been talk of it happening. But again, Liverpool have said they backed out of a deal for Jude Bellingham because the numbers were too big. I don't see how they can do a deal for Kylian Mbappe. So, he has options, Chelsea as well, Saudi Arabia, they have the money, but would he want to move to Saudi Arabia? I don't think so at all. I still think this could be a negotiating tactic on Mbappe's part, and we could see him stay at PSG, who knows, even sign a new contract, because PSG really don't like the way Real Madrid have been doing business as far as Kylian Mbappe is concerned. So I think if they were to sell him, they would much prefer that he went somewhere else and not Real Madrid.